All-Star break, contemplating your rotations with your newfound depth. What's your strategy on how you'll rotate today?
Well, you know, we're just trying to get everybody on the floor, get them comfortable. Sometimes foul trouble, like when Jeremy got in foul trouble, will dictate a lot of things. And then if they play well, they play extra time. If not, then we try to switch it up.
Speaking of Jeremy sitting with 2 fouls, Baron Davis gave you a lot of minutes in that quarter, but also had 3 turnovers. What's your message to him about how risky he should be?
Well, he has 3 turnovers, but he's probably got 8 or 9 assists, or at least leads the easy basket. So we'll take the turnovers every once in a while. That won't happen a whole lot with Baron. He did a phenomenal job.
Mike, thank you.
Thank you, Heather. 4 assists for the record for Baron Davis in that first quarter. Garnett's the only starter to begin the second for Boston, as the Celtics are down by 2. Avery Bradley, the second-year point guard out of Texas, is checked in. We mentioned Keon Dooling at the end of the last quarter. Chris Wilcox, Mikel Petrus, and Kevin Garnett in for Boston. Celtics had lost 7 of 8 before the All-Star break and won the first 3 after the break, and trying to get a couple here at home before their long road trip sets in. Novak free. Write it down. Steve Novak bangs another 3.
You just love it because everyone looks for him. Once they beat you off the dribble and they get the double team rotation, they'll look for him out on the perimeter.
J.R. Smith coming down to defend Kevin Garnett, and we have a foul first on the Knicks.
Now just keep an eye on Novak as a trailer. See, he's a perfect trailer. Now once you go down inside and you skip past back out, he's the odd man out. Now in the last 3 games, he has been 5 for 8, 4 for 5, 5 for 10. He was 14 for 23 coming into today. And remember, he's just like Jeremy Lin. You know, for 22 games, he wasn't getting much action. And now, since that period of time, he's averaging over 13 points, but his three-point shooting has just been off the charts.
Lin is back in with his 2 personal fouls. Ray Allen banged by Iman Shumpert, and a chance for the three-point play for Allen on his first shot of the game.
You're going to see it up here right now. One thing you do not want to do, you do never want to foul Ray Allen, mainly because of the fact that, sure, he's shooting right at 91% for the season. Right? He's 6th all-time in the history of foul shooting. He shoots it at 89% plus for his career. Then we all know that he broke the record of three-point field goals made, because he's right at 2,682 coming into today's game.
Exactly 40% career three-point shooting in addition to his season numbers you see there. Lin back in, and the foul called on Avery Bradley as we have 3 quick whistles to start this second quarter. I want to ask you about what Heather asked Mike D'Antoni about, and an issue that the Knicks have to deal with, and that is, how often do you play your second unit? Your teams were known during the years for always playing a second unit. There are coaches who don't like to play a second unit on a regular basis. This Knick group has to figure this out because they're very good with this collection on the floor, including Lin, who's on the score sheet.
No, you're absolutely right, Mike. Some guys like to rotate 8, some guys like to rotate 9, and now because of the scheduling, a lot of people are rotating 10. But what it has to be then is your starters have got to understand less minutes, you'll still get them the same amount of shot attempts. That's the key if they are primetime scorers. The big thing is can you win? The main thing is to win the games, save your guys physically so that when you run into the heavy schedule, like right here, let's face it, Jeremy Lin in the first 13 games that he started was getting 35 to 40 minutes night in and night out. Well, now with Baron Davis back, his minutes will drop down probably 32 to 34 if he stays out of foul trouble. But then what happens with that? You get less shot attempts, so the points will go down. But when you are all about winning, you don't care about that. It's all about winning.
Knicks have 17 points off the bench so far, and one of their starters comes back in right now, and that's Amari Stoudemire, as Garnett is at the line for his second free throw. The one part of that, Hubie, is do the big names and the big stars support what's going on, and what we've seen so far can simply be defined by the word joy. There's a lot of joy in the way the entirety of the Knicks team has played. Now, the other 3-letter word, win, has a heck of a lot to do with joy, but we've seen them buy in the stars to these guys and their performance. Lin from behind, Petrus with the foul, and Lin's drawn a couple of fouls here since coming back in the game.
Now, I want to talk about Bradley a little bit. He's in his second year out of Texas. Now, the big thing about Bradley, I talked to a number of guys here today in this building who have seen an awful lot of point guards. They think he's one of the best defenders on the ball to come into this league since Michael Cooper from the Los Angeles Lakers. When I heard that, I said, wow. I said, that's some compliment of on the ball.
Bradley's offensive portion of the game not there yet. Iman Shumpert, short, knew it, got it, put it back in.
Now that's athleticism. Now let's face it. He released that shot, hit the floor, went right back up, received the ball, and was able to put it in.
There's Bradley showing you I have offensive game. He averages 4 points a game in his 33 that he's played. And he had to feel some pressure when Rondo was injured in January. He had to play some significant time with Garnett and Pierce and Ray Allen, and we saw the education like we did with Rondo a few years ago. Amari Stoudemire answers for the Knicks.
That's what you like about Jeffrey's game. Jeffrey's an intangible type of a guy. He's not a big scorer. He set up Stoudemire on that with a beautiful penetration and drop-off.
But Shumpert, who's defending Allen, got screened by Garnett. Now Amari guarding Ray.
Yeah, well, Ray's looking for the post-up right here.
Garnett, Lynn coming over as well to help Jeffries, but KG scores anyway. It's second field goal for Kevin, who has a half dozen. Novak, just a shot fake. Here's the great three-point shooter in Ray Allen, and truly a terrific one in Novak. Lynn got hit in the head by Avery Bradley, and that's 3 fouls drawn by Jeremy Lin on the Celtics just in these 3 minutes of the second quarter.
Now you're going to see the post up down inside. They've been wearing out the mismatches on that right side and doing a high percentage job.
ESPN's NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC, brought to you by Toyota and BBVA. BBVA is the official bank of the...
Last night, they have to wait for Penn and Princeton to play on Tuesday. If Penn ends up tied with Harvard, they'll play a one-game playoff on Friday to determine the automatic bid from the Ivy League. But Harvard's got a great chance as an at-large team. Very good RPI, so they're likely to be in the field of 68 a week from today as the great attention to Harvard brought by Jeremy Lin continues. What a block by Stoudemire.
Yeah, that was close.
Julian felt it was pinned. Lin the lob to Shumpert.
And we tell you now, the Knicks will open up. The transition game is great. And when they have a lot of these guys who are off the bench, they're very unselfish.
First assist for Jeremy. Only had 1 turnover in the game against Cleveland on Wednesday. Another long pass. That time it's turned over by Shumpert. And back comes Rondo. Lob for Pierce. Tough catch, and let's erase the last 30 seconds. Last 35 seconds. Conveniently cut out of the video.
The tryout for the grammar school team, okay? That's exactly what it looked like. Now, just sit right down now. This is a terrific up-the-floor look. And this is what I like about Jeremy Lin. He has extremely good court vision. And he'll give it up, and he'll get it up. Now, here is your goaltender. No doubt about it, okay? The ball was definitely interfered with.
Hit the window first and then touched, even though it wasn't going to go in. Should have been. Garnett from the outside.
Now that's his shot. He's got to continue to take that because he's been open on the trail guy up until now. He's 2 for 7, but it's wide open.
Stoudemire one-on-one. Brandon Bass defending, and it bounces in.
Now that was a tough move by Stoudemire. He led with that leg, the lead leg, which, you know, kind of diminished the enthusiasm of the defender who was rotating up to try to block the shot.
And Doc Rivers not happy with the way his team's playing. Takes the timeout.
Now just keep an eye on Stoudemire. Now watch the move. Now once he comes down in, you're going to see he lifts up that leg right there, and it has the defender going back away from the shot.
Oh, you ain't doing nothing but jive, baby. And we've got a very serious problem, yeah.
We'll take 2 chicken pot pies. KFC Chunky Chicken Pot Pie, our signature recipe, freshly baked and loaded with chunks of chicken and vegetables. Some things never go out of style. Try it now, just $3.99.
Classic.
Yeah, classic.
This is the reinvented police officer. He's also a masseuse. These are reinvented curtains. They are made of pizza. The reinvented DMV. It's a little nicer.
Next!
And this is the reinvented Camry with available streaming music, a newly refined interior, and class-leading MPG from Toyota.
This is Lawn Ranger, Eden Prairie, Minnesota. In here, the landscaping business grows with snow. To keep big winter jobs on track, AT&T provided a mobile solution that lets everyone from field workers to accounting initiate, bill, and track work in real time.
You can't live under a dome in Minnesota. That's why there's guys like me.
It's a network of possibilities, helping you do what you do even better.
Big things are here at the NBA store with the hottest gear from every team and your favorite players.
What a big-time shot!
Outfit the whole family from head to toe with authentic NBA jerseys and on-court apparel by